victim's house. He killed the victim, but it does make one question and wonder, why were his dog tags there? He must have been in that house at some point in time.
I don't know that we can jump to that conclusion. This piece of evidence is far less compelling to me than the shell casing. Melanie is correct. I was prior service. You keep your dog tags. You don't um, throw them away, and many people wear them. But what's unique here is the victim was also a veteran, based on the testimony of his sister, and people who are in the service also don't throw other people's dog tags away. So, first of all, it's on a shelf. It's on a shelf that isn't arguably anywhere near any homicide scene, at least one that could be proven. So I think we can presume that someone put it on the shelf. But I guess, we can make these guesses, and that's the point. Actually, I don't think this proves anything in a convincing way, certainly not beyond a reasonable doubt. And I don't think it proves that he went in that house. I think it proves that at some point in time, somebody saw a shiny, bright object and realized it was a dog tag, and it ended up on that shelf in some fashion. So this piece, I understand why the prosecution is pushing it, but I think it's far less compelling than the shell casing.
And to your point, it could have been found. He could have lost it. Somebody found it on the street, found it next door. It just ended up there. So you're right. Now, we don't know what other evidence the prosecution is going to present. They've only been through 4 of their witnesses, a triple homicide. We can expect, obviously, more witnesses by the prosecution. If I could start with you, Jamie, how do you feel like the prosecution has fared on presenting the evidence thus far?
I think they've been effective. They're taking their time. I think that they've been setting up, I think they've done a good job at presenting both the human side of the victims and producing the evidence. They came right out with the lead detective, which is unusual. In the homicide cases that I tried as a defense attorney years ago, they always ended with the lead detective to clean everything up, because I think what we're going to see over the course of the next couple of days, I presume, are going to be your classic chain of evidence witnesses and sort of the blander flavor. But they started right out, with family, created some emotion. There were some evidentiary issues there, then went right to the lead detective. And then that's an unusual strategy based on my experience. We'll see how it plays out for them.
Right. And I do think that they've really